Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at Smackdown. But, however, this is the start of a new playlist for these Smackdowns, because today we're starting the video with all the stages, because that way everyone knows which one's from where, and you're not going all willy-nilly. So, if you're asking about these randoms, that's for the different formats for how the stages look. So, starting off, we have Battlefield from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Just the regular 4-platform stage with 4 platforms, the 3 small ones and the main ground. We have Small Battlefield, which is identical to this, but missing the top platform.
We have 2 platforms.
That's right. And here we have Big Battlefield, which is more platforms and a much bigger space.
It looks beautiful from the background.
Yeah, the background's the same as these two, just different color tone.
Oh.
And here we have Final Destination, where Master Hand, Crazy Hand, and Gleam and Darkon are battled from the World of Light story. And now, to the other stages, starting with Peach's Castle from Super Mario, Congo Jungle from Donkey Kong Country, Hyrule Castle from The Legend of Zelda, and Super Happy Tree from Yoshi's Story. Bounce to the next row. We have Dreamland from Kirby, Saffron City from Pokemon Red and Blue versions,
Really old game.
Mushroom Kingdom from Super Mario Bros., which was the first ever Super Mario game ever invented. We have Princess Peach's Castle and Rainbow Cruise from Super Mario 64. Here on Princess Peach's Castle, you're actually on the roof of the castle with giant banzai bills exploding in different sections. And in Rainbow Cruise, this one, you have to stay with the screen or you're actually dead. So, follow the screen if you can. Here we have Congo Falls from Donkey Kong, which of course is right in front of a waterfall with 5 platforms and a small rock, so technically that's 6 platforms. Here we have Jungle Japes from Donkey Kong 64. 4 platforms, but don't fall into the river or you'll get carried away.
Or get killed.
By claptraps as well. Here we are at Great Bay from The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, where there's a turtle that counts as an additional platform, and in the background you'll see the evil killer moon fall from the sky until it's thrown back into the cosmos.
Yeah, I was about to ask for the turtle to be reset. So good.
And here we have Temple from The Legend of Zelda, which is a temple that floats in the sky and has multiple platforms. But if you want to smash your opponents crazy, put them in the center, which slopes down near the center. Here we have Brinstar from Metroid, where acid water from below rises up and tries to burn you, so stay out of the acid water if you know it's good for you, or slam your opponents in to get a KO on that. And here we have Yoshi's Island from Melee, based on Super Mario World, when Mario and Luigi went on a rescue mission in Dinosaur Land.
And that's the game I grew up with.
Next we have Yoshi's Story, from the game itself, Yoshi's Story. We have Fountain of Dreams from Kirby's Adventure. Here we have Green Greens, which is kind of like Dreamland, but with 3 main platforms, but with falling blocks to mark a wall.
And there's Wispy Woods in it too, but we're trying to keep away from Wispy Woods for further notice.
Well, not clearly, because we can go there sometimes, but just not all the time, because otherwise it would be boring.
Yeah.
Now we move on to Corneria from Star Fox, where we battle on the Great Fox, which is the Star Fox's main headquarters in space.
Okay, next one.
Next we have Venom from Star Fox, which is Andross's evil lair. Here. Next we have Pokemon Stadium from Pokemon. This stage features 4 different elements. grass, fire, rock, and water. And the stage will change periodically from time to time, so keep that in mind. Here we have 1TT from Earthbound.
I hate this one.
Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, but for this stage, if you bounce on the drugstore or canopy a couple of times, the sign and the canopy will fall down. And watch out for the cars, because you'll take damage from the cars if you get touched by them.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. Mushroom Kingdom 2 from Super Mario Bros. 2, where Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Toadstool went on a mission to stop the evil King Wart, who of course was a evil frog who hates vegetables and wanted to conquer a world. Yeah, right. Besides, we nailed that loser Wart many times. Go superheroes! Next we have Brinstar Deaths from Metroid, where a giant monster named Kraid will change direction of the stage by its claws, and then dive back down.
Is he gone?
Yeah, it's gone. I know that was scary, but some Metroid fans love seeing Kraid. He's one of Samus's archenemies. So now, out of that, we now have F-Zero. Well, right now, we're showing Big Blue from F-Zero. High-speed racing and crashing for F-Zero fans.
As long as you don't run on the road and then the things kill you.
Unless you turn off the gimmicks.
Exactly.
Here we have Foresight from Earthbound, where you're battling on top of skyscrapers in the night with the full moon. Next we have Defino Plaza from Super Mario Sunshine. Here, you're taken around Defino Plaza, just like the hub headquarters of Super Mario Sunshine, after cleaning up Bowser Jr.'s evil goo infestation. Next we have Mushroomery Kingdom from Super Mario Bros. This stage is a side-scroller, so stay with the stage or you're gonna get left behind.
And get killed.
That too. Next we have Figure 8 Circuit from Mario Kart, where Shy Guys are racing for who's number one, where we're actually fighting at the starting line, which explains the marks on the ground. So be sure to keep an eye on the backdrop of where the racers are, so that you know when they're coming for you. Next up we have WarioWare Incorporated, or WarioWare Inc. from WarioWare Inc. Mega Microgames. You'll be told to do certain actions throughout the fight, so if you do that, you might get a buff from it too. So keep that in mind. Next we have the Bridge of Eldin from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Here on this bridge, be sure to hear the horn, because there's going to be an explosion on the bridge, so watch out. Norfair. Now we're at Norfair from Metroid. Watch out for the fire below, because the lava will rise or shower down on you. So watch your stage surroundings, or you might get barbecued by lava here. Next we have Frigate Orpheon from Metroid Prime. Watch the stage carefully, because the stage platforms move while looking at the Parasite Queen in the back. Next we have Yoshi's Island from Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, back where the Yoshis helped Baby Mario rescue Baby Luigi from Baby Bowser and Kamek. Next we have the Hellbird from Kirby Superstar, where we battle on Meta Knight's ship called the Hellbird. So watch out for the cannon and the claw on the stage after landing on the ship. Keep your bearings in check.
If you ever play the game, you know what my boyfriend's talking about.
Lila Cruz, Star Fox. For this stage, we are cruising around outer space as Team Star Fox and Team Star Wolf duke it out in outer space. Is to see who lives and who falls. Mostly Star Fox wins, not Star Wolf, because Star Wolf are just bandits. Now we're on Pokemon Stadium 2 from Pokemon. New elements replace the old ones from the other one you just saw earlier. For this one, there's gonna be a rock, electric, air, and ice for this one. So keep your bearings in mind, just like in Pokemon Stadium, and watch out for the elements. Now we're on Port Town Aerodive from F-Zero GX and AX. For this one, this is one of the longest tracks in the F-Zero franchise. It's close to 50,000 feet long in length for the racers. So watch out on the track there, because the racers will come at you like battering rams. So watch out for the cars. Now we're on Castle Siege from the Fire Emblem series. For this, we start outside a castle, but then later we're taken inside a castle and then underground in a secret cave full of lava. Be sure to watch your surroundings when the stage is going to change, because you might get a mixed blessing out of it.
What's next?
Here we have Distant Planet from Pikmin. Watch out for the Bulborb, or on the right of the screen, because the monster standing on the right of the screen, don't land in its mouth, throw your opponents in it, and when it rains, watch out for the waterfall down on the left side on the ramp, or you'll get dragged down with it.
So cute.
Next we have Smashville from Animal Crossing, where you get to see all your favorite Animal Crossing characters who watch you fight for their amusement. Next we have New Pork City from Mother 3. Here, well, you can already guess that it's an earthbound recreation of New York City, but with the word pork in it because of an evil kid named Porky. If you want to know about that, check out the Subspace and Mystery when Lucas and Nez have to fight an evil kid inside a robot monster over in the ruined zoo. Next we have Summit from Ice Climber. In this stage, you're fighting on the top of a mountain, but watch out, because when the mountain falls down, because when the summit falls off the top of the mountain, it'll slide down the mountain into the ocean.
Does a polar bear help you?
No, the polar bears just backdrop.
Oh.
So watch out, because if you're taking a swim in the ice-cold water, watch out for the fish that'll try to eat you, which will knock you out. Next we have Skyworld from Kid Icarus. From this stage, you can KO the platforms under your feet and they'll regenerate over time when they come back. But just be careful not to fall through the clouds or you're gonna fall down through the other clouds below them. Next we have Shadow Moss's Island from Metal Gear Tactical Espionage Action. For this stage, you'll see random robots in the background and get spotted by a searchlight, so watch out now for the searchlight or something bad's gonna happen. The robots, however, watch out for those too because you gotta be stealthy. Next we have Luigi's Mansion. For this mansion, however, it's not the one from the video game itself. This one is split with 4 rooms and the main entrance. So you'll get the nursery where you beat Chauncey, you'll get the kitchen and the ballroom where you met those 2 dancing ghosts, and you'll get the library where Neville was. And that's mostly it for the house, because mostly if you destroy the pillars, the house will rebuild itself with the power of the Boos, because King Boo actually created this place to capture Mario, so that Luigi would join him. Next up we have the pirate ship from The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. On this pirate ship, it's all coast sailing across the sea. But watch out, because you could get attacked by a tower launching cannonballs at you. The ship might run aground on a rock, or you might get sucked into a tornado and go flying in the sky, and then come back down to the ocean. Definitely worth a pirate's life. Definitely worth it too. Next we have Spear Pillar from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Here you'll see Dialga, Palkia, and Cresselia. But watch out, these Pokemon can change the stage at random. So watch out in your surroundings on what's going to happen. And be sure to say hello to those famous 3 Pokemon of the Sinnoh region.
Dialga, Palkia,
And Cresselia.
thank you.
That's what I just said earlier. But, of course, Miracle Awesome is right. Next, we have 75M from the original arcade game Donkey Kong. But, however, for 75M, be sure to watch out when you hear the classic music from the game. Watch out for the bouncing trampolines that'll try to hit you. Throw your opponents into the trampolines instead, so that they get knocked out instead of you.
The game looks hard, even though we play it for real life, because I tried it. But some people are good at it, but it's really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Next we have Mario Brothers from the namesake itself, Mario Brothers, where Sidesteppers, Koopa Troopas, and Buzz Bombers are bouncing around the stage, heading for the warp pipes. If you knock out the opponents in this stage, you can use them as items to throw at your enemies. Keep that in mind. And also, if you're running across the stage, you won't die here, unless you have high damage and get knocked out. Next, we're at Hanenbo from Electroplankton. This is mostly based on plankton bouncing around making music in some strange place, but you can rupture the leaf platforms to change the stage around.
Does the flower do anything?
It's just backdrop.
Okay.
Next, we're on Green Hill Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog. Watch out in this place, not only because the ground can quake under strong attacks and explosions, but be sure to look out for Tails, Knuckles, and Silver as they're going on the loop-de-loop in the background. Next up we have 3D Land from Super Mario 3D Land. This side-scroller, you gotta watch out, because though you start at Peach's Castle, you'll be elevated either around the place, but mostly you're elevated through 3 sections: the castle, over in the hills, and to the water. Watch out for where you're going. Next up we have Golden Plains from New Super Mario Bros. 2. For this one, you can collect as many coins as you want, and therefore you could get something out of the red rings if you collect the red coins. But for this, however, this is just fun to watch because you'll be collecting coins like mad.
And also fighting at the same time.
Indeed. Next, we're at Paper Mario from the namesake itself, Paper Mario. Here you'll be traveling many different types of places based on Paper Mario's adventures to stop Paper Bowser and many other creeps. So keep an eye on the change. Next we have Gerudo Valley from The Legend of Zelda. For this one, there's a bridge connecting a town and the wild from here. If you destroy the bridge, watch out, you'll have to jump across rather than walk.
Train.
Next we have the Spirit Train from The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Here's a little tip for you that'll make things a little bit interesting. If Toon Link is playing, then Alfonso's driving the train. But if Toon Link is not playing, then you get to see Toon Link driving the train. So be sure to keep that in mind, and watch the engineer who's driving the train, if it's either Toon Link or Alfonso from Spirit Tracks. Keep in mind of that. Next we have Dreamland GB from Kirby. This side-scroller, watch out where you're going, and watch the screen to know where to land.
And you guys know what GB means? They mean by Game Boy.
Indeed. Next, we're on the Unova Pokemon League from Pokemon White and Black, also known as N's Castle, the king of Team Plasma.
I hated him.
Yeah, most people do because of how deceitful he is, because it's all because of those Pokemon Liberation jerks.
I also hate the guy that starts with the letter G.
Yeah, Genesis, that creep. That guy should have been nailed in the head so hard he could die. That's what I hope he gets. And also, for the Unova Pokemon League, when N's Castle is around, be sure to keep an eye out for Reshiram and Zekrom, the legendaries of Black and White, for Pokemon White and Black.
For the first one, not the second one.
Indeed. And next we move to Prism Tower from Pokemon X and Y. which is also the fourth, which is also one of the Pokemon gyms of the Kalos region. Here, you'll be starting on the ground and going up the tower and then back down again.
It's the fourth gym, Raymond.
Yep, so... Wait, actually the fourth gym was Ramos.
So it must be the fifth one then.
Yep, so after that clarification, then Prism Tower is actually the fifth gym of the Kalos region.
And you beat Clement.
The future is now, thanks to science. Climactic gear on!
And you're also in Lumio City.
Indeed. Next we have Mute City SNES from F-Zero, which means Super Nintendo Entertainment System if you're looking at SNES, which of course stands for Super Nintendo Entertainment System, where you're actually battling Ling in a pixelated way of the fight.
And I already showed King Draco how to play that game, so he knows what it looks like now.
Yeah. And next we're on Magicant from Earthbound. Here we're fighting in a pink puffy cloud place where you get to see flashbacks of Nez's adventures with his comrades to save the world from evil aliens. Next we have Arena Ferox from Fire Emblem Awakening. This stage changes randomly to make the fight more interesting. Be sure that after the clouds are gone, be sure to use that to your advantage. So be sure to study the stage carefully every time it changes, because you're pleasing a crowd, and be sure to use the stage to your advantage after studying it. Next, we're on the Reset Bomb Forest from Kid Icarus Uprising. You'll see Viridi, the goddess of nature, in the background, but be careful, because in this place, you'll be sent to a place with lurch thorns. Watch out for those, and watch the stage carefully when it changes. Next, we're on Tortimer Island from Animal Crossing, where you're given an island in the middle of nowhere, and watch out for sharks if you land in the water. Next we have Balloon Fight from the video game Balloon Fight, where balloon fighters are trying to pop each other's balloons, but watch out for the fish or your lunch. Next we have Living Room from Nintendogs. If you like seeing pets from Nintendogs, then this stage, however, will have you seeing puppies and cats walking around. And, of course, random objects we have today falling on the stage. So watch out where they land, or you'll get a bit of damage on yourself.
And don't ask the dogs for help because they're not there to help you.
Yeah. Next we have Find Me from the video game Find Me, where you can see Dark Emperor, who's also a primary spirit in the adventure World of Light. And you also get to see a me character trapped in a cage whenever you come here.
Oh, that's our street pass. Cool.
Next we have Tomodachi Life from the video game itself and its namesake, Tomodachi Life.
It's actually Tamagotchi.
Yeah, I apologize for my spelling of that. Sounding of it. But here in this stage, if you fall through the house, you can see what's going on in random rooms, which is mostly the whole point of it. And here we have PictoChat 2 from PictoChat. If you ever play with your DS and see PictoChat, this is where you can make doodles, talk with others, and that kind of stuff.
If you guys have the normal DS. Like the normal DS, not the DSR, the 3DS, the normal DS. That's where PictoChat is.
And now we move on to Mushroom Kingdom U from New Super Mario Bros. U. Be sure to watch Kamek, the evil magic Koopa, as he's going to change the stage randomly from one stage to another. So keep that in mind and watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have Mario Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy, where you're on a planet up in outer space. But however, this stage, is angled. So watch where you're launching your fighters and study the stage carefully for the way it's angled, because that's just the way this is. Next we come to Mario Circuit from Mario Kart 8, where you're traversing the whole track while Shy Guys are racing. Watch out for the Shy Guys, they'll damage you hard. Next we come to Skyloft from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Here you're traveling an entire town that's floating in the sky above. Be sure to take in the sightseeing, because it's worth it when you're fighting. Next we reach the Great Cave Offensive from Kirby Superstar. Be sure to study this stage carefully, from the Crystal Grotto to the Throne Room underground and all around. There's minecarts here, so be sure to utilize them in a certain way and be careful, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself. And also, if your opponents have high damage, throw them in the lava so that they get the smack instead of you. Next we have the Kalos Pokemon League from Pokemon X and Y. This is your final destination when you have all 8 gym badges and pass Victory Road. This is where you'll fight the gym leaders of Fire, Dragon, Water, and Steel. So be sure to study your elements well, trainers, because the Kalos Pokemon League awaits, and so does Diantha, the reigning champion of Kalos.
And look out for our Mega Evolution Gardevoir.
Indeed. Next we have Colosseum from Fire Emblem. This, of course, the stage changes dramatically over time because of platforms rising out of the ground. Be sure to study those carefully, because you're also pleasing a crowd here, just like in Arena Ferrix. So enjoy yourself in this place if you want to throw on a show. Next we come to Flat Zone X from Game & Watch. This stage bases itself back in the original video game system called Game & Watch. If you look closely, the fighters are also flattened as well. Next we have Palutena's Temple from Kid Icarus Uprising. Here in this stage, you'll explore the many floors of Goddess Palutena's Temple, from the top above to the interior here below. But be sure to watch out, because not only will you be dealing with rotating platforms under the broken bridge that's breakable, and a platform that goes up into the sky, and one that goes up and down like a magical elevator, don't fall off the tiny platforms below, or you'll fall through the sky down to the ground. Next we come to Gamer from Game and Wario. For this one, watch out for 5-Volt, because 5-Volt will sometimes peek on who's around. So watch out for 5-Volt where she's scanning, or you'll get a demonized electrocution barbecue on yourself. So watch out for that. Next we come to Garden of Hope from Pikmin 3, where Aristocrab will show up if there's bubbles appearing on the screen, and watch out for the breakable bridge in the middle and a broken dish nearby, because those are breakable, but the bridge does not come back.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah, worth the fall.
Yeah, I get killed.
Yep. Now we reach Town and City from Animal Crossing City Folk. This one takes you outside the city and then back again, but mostly you start off in the town and then go back to the city during randomization of the time.
Oh,
so keep that in mind. Next we come to the Wii Fit Studio from Wii Fit. Here you'll be fighting around many different types of Wii Fit equipment. See the Wii Fit trainer is in the backdrop, and check out many ways to get you feeling good, but with your healthy body. I was gonna say body weight, but I don't think that's what Wii Fit Studio does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because I just research on it.
Yeah. Next.
But sorry about that. But the Wii Fit Studio also helps you stay fit when you can't go outside. But this is a much better way to get exercising.
Indeed, that's right. So keep that in mind. Next, we come to the boxing ring from the video game Punch-Out. Here, the special thing about this place is not only broken lights that can fall onto the stage, but if you look closely at the screen's backdrop, which of course is the big screen on the Jumbotron, you can see fighters and their titles of who they are from their video game eras. Next we have Gar playing from Xenoblade Chronicles. At nighttime, watch out for Metal Face. If you KO Metalface, that counts as a KO to your score. But watch out, Metalface can take you out in a snap if you're not careful. So keep that in mind. If Metalface shows up, be sure to KO him before he gets you, or KO him before your opponents do.
To let you know, Xenoblade is from the Super Nintendo, and you're also a space, you're actually a robot. Fighting.
Yeah, way different story as well too for many others as well.
I just want to let people know because I have the game.
And that's good. It's well worth noting as well.
Now you can go on Duck Hunt.
Yep, that's right. Now we're on to the next stage that Miracle Awesome just mentioned called Duck Hunt, which is based off the video game and the character Duck Hunt. For this, if you KO the ducks while fighting your opponents, therefore you can enter a bonus round. But miss the ducks, and the dog's gonna laugh at you because he thinks you're stupid. Because that's the way the dog is.
The dog is a silly, crazy crazy.
Yeah, backstab.
Oh, I won't say it.
Yeah, the dog's a backstabbing double crosser.
Thank you.
Because when he laughs at you, that means he double crossed you. Next, we're on the iconic stage of Wrecking Crew, where here, Mario is to bash up bombs and wreck a building. Watch out for the bombs, because if you are under a barrel, you'll get stuck in the barrel and have to bust yourself out. So be sure to watch the bombs and platforms and study them well. Next, we're on the stage of Pilot Wings, from the video game namesake itself, Pilot Wings, where you'll be fighting on airplanes. So watch the planes, or else you're gonna fall off into the sky.
But you're at a flight school in the real game, but you're actually flying on top of planes, and you can also change course.
Next up, we have Woohoo Island from Wii Sports Resort. Here, you'll be exploring Woohoo Island, which is the homeland of Wii Sports Resort itself, a peaceful, iconic dreamland that you could ever want to live in. But some people don't want to, because seriously, there's not enough of what we have here for that place, which I feel sad for. Next up, we have Windy Hill Zone from Sonic Lost World, where Sonic and Tails travel to a place called the Lost Hex, where the evil Deadly Six Zeti rule and drool.
Ew.
Well, it's another way for them being evil because they are.
Oh.
Next up, we have Wily Castle from Mega Man. Here you're fighting outside Dr. Wily's castle, where Yellow Devil could appear at any time, and whenever the alarms are sounded. If you attack Yellow Devil's eye, therefore, you'll cause him to explode and earn a KO for it.
Okay, that's the old guy's name.
Next up, we have Pac-Land from the game itself, and namesake, Pac-Land, where Pac-Man is taking a ferry back to its home through unknown circumstances.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, the stage itself is just like the iconic game many years back, except the fighters aren't.
Yeah. I like Batman.
Next up, we're on Super Mario Maker from the iconic Super Mario Maker. Here the stage is edited through itself, so be sure to study the platforms and watch out where you're stepping, or else you're going to be the one falling into the abyss.
King Draco, before we go on, what is that? Is that a cat or a tree?
That's a cat paw. Trees don't have fur.
Alright, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, because that's a cat paw, not a tree.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
What made you think it was a tree?
Because I didn't know there's going to be a cat paw in the video game.
Yeah, that's just the thumbnail for it.
Oh, right.
Next we move on to Suzaku Castle from Street Fighter II, which is where Ryu and Ken come from. Therefore, you're fighting on a pagoda castle, well, in the Suzaku Castle name. So, you can break the signs, just not the platforms. So be sure to study the platform carefully, leave the stage, and study them well. Next, we're on Midgar from Final Fantasy V2. From Final Fantasy, the stage may look like Battlefield, built back up above, But however, if you touch certain things with the gimmicks on, you can summon certain monsters to cause havoc on the stage. So be sure to study that well. Next up, we're on the Umbra Clock Tower from the series of Bayonetta. For this stage, some people might think this is crazy to believe, but the stage is actually a clock tower that's falling from the sky non-stop. I mean, seriously, the tower is falling non-stop and there's no end to it, while the fighters are on the tower itself, falling out of the sky, and it doesn't stop.
I hope the clock doesn't go boing.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's broken. Next up, we move to New Donk City Hall from Super Mario Odyssey, where you explore New Donk City Hall itself from the ground to the ceiling, from the ground to the roof, and then all over again. So Super Mario Odyssey fans ought to love this place, because if you see Pauline performing music, she'll be performing in the Jump Up Superstar, which is the theme song of the game, or Break the Way.
And something that my boyfriend told me about Pauline and Mario, they used to be dating.
But technically they're not anymore.
Yeah.
Next up, we move to the Great Plateau Tower from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wind. You can destroy the tower or above you, and watch out, if you break the tower above you, it'll fall down, and it rebuilds itself over time. But at least, however, you can get iconic views from Breath of the Wind from where you're standing in the fight. Next up, we move to Moray Towers from Splatoon. Here, you can see Jude and Little Jude, and of course, Jude is sleeping during daytime while Little Jude is awake. If it's nighttime, be sure to keep an eye out when they're dancing. However, Jude and Little Jude will also be judging who's in the lead despite the points of the fighters. So be sure to keep that in mind, because Jude and Little Jude will also dance periodically. Next up, we come to the final stage of the original stages. We come to the last stage, known as Dracula's Castle from Castlevania. Here, you get to see all of the Belmont's classic archenemies around here. Well, not clearly, because they're all hiding in case the Belmonts ever come back to destroy them, which is the reason, because Count Dracula in this series is a real angry fossil not to mess with, and should be exterminated at once.
Yep.
But of course, the stage does provide a good Transylvania look. So, 3 cheers to Transylvania.
Maybe. But if you guys want me and my boyfriend to do a special Halloween thing this year in October, we can do this stage and make it more spookify.
Indeed, that's a good call too. So, we've reached the end of the original stages from Battlefield to Dracula's Castle, but we are now jumping to DLCs, starting with Mementos from Persona 5, where Joker and the Phantom Thieves of Hearts come from. Here, watch out for the trains, and if you're walking around, you'll see some strange purple paint splats coming from your feet while walking around. And also, when battling on this stage, the music changes as the stage's colors, and you'll see the Phantom Thieves of Hearts when the van comes by meowing.
Please don't tell me there's a cat in here.
Well, technically that's Morgana, but you don't see him a lot.
Oh, okay.
You see the other Phantom Thieves and their van.
Because if I see a cat, I'll go over and mess with the cuteness.
Next up, we reach a stage from Dragon Quest Definitive Edition, or something like that. I do apologize because I cannot read the name of this, but it's an altar from the video game series Dragon Quest. I'm sorry I cannot read the title because it's kind of hard for me to say.
I can't read that either.
Yeah. Next up, we move to the iconic Spiral Mountain from Banjo-Kazooie.
And he also has Jiggy as their little thing.
Indeed. Here in Spiral Mountain, you're fighting on Spiral Mountain, which is the entrance to Gruntilda's lair. You're from the original iconic Banjo-Kazooie game. Here, the stage will spin automatically, showing you iconic locations of Spiral Mountain when you were training to go into Gruntilda's lair with the help of bottles to save Banjo's sister, Tootie, from the evil witch Gruntilda Winky Bunyan. And yes, Winky Bunyan is Gruntilda's last name.
I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know something different too.
That's because you learn about that during the final showdown when Gruntilda has 1% of health in the final showdown of Banjo-Tooie.
Is it Winklebottom or is it
Winky Bunyan? It's Winky Bunyan.
Okay, so it's not.
It's not the first one you said.
Sorry.
I know. It's funny.
So it's Bunyan then.
Yes, that's the way I say it.
Okay.
Next up, we come to King of Fighters Stadium from Fatal Fury, where you're fighting in front of a crowd. But here's the snag. If you want to get your fighters out of the stage and you do hardcore smashing, there's an invisible glass wall where the fighters can go right through if you knock them real hard into it by throwing them at real high damage. So be sure to keep that in mind if you want to throw your opponents out. Next, we come to the famous, iconic Garreg Mach Monastery from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Here, you start at the marketplace. Then, you go straight into the monastery, right all the way to the entrance hall. Well, not the entrance hall with the stairs, but over in the main hall where they had the big party before the episode where Gerald got killed by Kranya. And you'll also jump to the bridge leading to the cathedral. So therefore, you got 3 locations you'll be bouncing around. Be sure to explore Garreg Mach Monastery and get your copy of Fire Emblem Three Houses for this adventure.
You can either go to GameStop or order it off Amazon, wherever you guys have in your towns and cities.
And also, Fire Emblem Three Houses, like the other Fire Emblem games, is a role-play story. So, if you're a role-play fan, be sure to enjoy this adventure.
And you also get married at the end of the game.
That's right. Next, we come to Spring Stadium from the video game series ARMS, where spring-armed fighters duke it out with extendable arms for smashing each other.
Cool.
And if you see the stages light up green in certain spots, use them for extra jumps, because you're gonna love to jump here.
Oh my god, it looks amazing.
Next up, we come to Minecraft World, based on the video game Minecraft. Here, you can destroy buildings that are in your way, and many other things.
Do you get a pickaxe like you do in the game?
That's for Steve, Alex, and Zombie and Enderman, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yep, because they'll have crafting tables here. Because they have crafting tables when they start. So from Minecraft World, you'll see the clock go up and down all across the land, and see iconic Minecraft scenery from the Minecraft games. Next up, we come to Northern Cave from Final Fantasy V2. This one, of course, we travel into a hole in the center of a planet, and then back out again to see a massive asteroid fall from the sky, much more bigger than the one that killed the dinosaurs. Sorry, I had to say that because the way you're seeing an asteroid like that fall from the sky on the thumbnail is definitely different than the one that killed the dinosaurs. I had to say that. Next up, we come to the Cloud Sea of Ulrest from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Here, you're fighting on top of a, well, not so sure who this character is, but he's a stage carrying Rex's companions, who are also the companions of Pyra and Mithra. And you'll be seeing giant and golems like the one we're fighting on over in the background as you fly across the Cloud Sea of Ulrest from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
What guy are you talking about? Maybe I can tell them what it is.
Mostly the one that's got the green hair, that's the stage itself, that's talking.
Oh, I don't really know that because I can only have the first 6 Xenoblade. I don't have the second one.
Next up, we come to the Mishima Dojo from Tekken 7. This is where Kazuya comes from, and his unhappy dad, because the guy sitting in front of that big statue is actually Kazuya's father, and they have a bit of a family problem of drama problems.
Are they, I don't want to say anything bad.
Yeah, just don't. And finally, the last of the DLCs and the last of the stages, we have Hollow Bastion from Kingdom Hearts, where Sora, Donald, and Goofy took on Maleficent's army of Heartless here at Hollow Bastion. And you'll also see iconic characters if you get teleported into another realm, which has those stained glass murals that Sora walks on, including Roxas. So therefore, thank you for seeing all the stages. But now, let's get to the main point, the main fight night of our video today, at the start of this new playlist. So where are we going?
Well, as I told you before over the phone, the first one, our original one, will be on Pixel Chat, whatever they call that place.
Correction, PictoChat 2 from PictoChat.
They're going to be 4 characters.
Battlefield form. So therefore, 4 people.
With all level 9 lives.
Actually,
Well,
CPU level.
Yes.
5 lives, actually. So, who are the fighters going for this?
Well, as I saw, because I looked them up this morning, they wanted Bowser Jr.
Yep, so therefore we'll put him in one of these ones, so therefore... Oh.
Don't worry, it's just a crazy thing that I'm getting soon.
Yep, so Bowser Jr. is one of the fighters in these squares, so therefore let's see who goes in slot 1, while Bowser Jr. goes in one of the other slots.
They wanted... What's the guy's name again? Mega Man?
Yep, so therefore Mega Man will go, probably here, Bowser Jr. here. Ah, here we are. Mega Man! And Bowser Jr.
And King Draco, you like this? They want the girl with the green hair.
So they want Palutena, huh?
Yes.
Sweet. Oh, therefore I'll have to trade places with that.
And the last one, they wanted Greninja.
Yep, so therefore... Oh, and before we get started with the fight, Mega Man, Greninja, Palutena, and Bowser Jr. actually appear in Super Mario... sorry folks, I got messed up. I didn't mean to say Super Mario. I meant to say, these 4 fighters that you're seeing first appeared in Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U and 3DS. So, if you watch the Super Mario Smash Bros. Sorry folks. The super part gets me messed up with it at times. So, if you want to see Mega Man, Greninja, Palutena, and Bowser Jr. come to Super Smash Bros., the first game they appeared in was Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. So, if you're watching Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, they'll be there as well for the fun. But now the fight begins. Which one will prevail? Will it be one of the boys, or will it be the Goddess of Light from the Kid Icarus series? Ooh, Bowser Jr. just lost a life. Ouch.
Either they call Mega Man, the last form of Frogi, the Goddess of Light, or Bowser's...
Last child.
Yeah.
But here's a little fun fact for you viewers. If you're going to change Bowser Jr.'s color scheme, he actually has the skins of the 7 Koopalings that Bowser had from previous Super Mario games.
Does he has Wendy?
Yep, Bowser Jr. can change to Larry, Roy, Wendy, Iggy, Lemmy, Morton, and Ludwig. So therefore, if you're changing Bowser Jr.'s skin, you'll get the Koopalings that Mario and Luigi had to deal with from previous Super Mario games.
I thought Wendy was a girl, so how can Bowser Jr. be a girl?
Well, Wendy is a... well... Fire! Well, technically, Wendy O. Koopa is the only female Koopaling. The others are boys.
Oh. Is that Greninja's final attack?
That's right. And the color of that red fin on his head was back from Pokemon XYZ, when Ash and Greninja were finally in sync. But unfortunately, the strain made Ash pull a muscle and faint, including Greninja, because the power was not so perfect.
And that big X was Bowser Jr.'s finger.
Yep, Bowser Jr.'s final smash when he was Shadow Mario in disguise, trying to frame Mario because his dad had lied about it.
Now I have left Palutena's final smash to see.
And here it comes, folks. Black Hole Laser.
Well, Greninja was not squabble, so...
Yep, that's right. Palutena swirls a bit, brings out a black hole, and then the Mega Laser. Best final smash of Palutena ever. Besides, back in Smash Bros. For Wii U, I customized my Palutena with Explosive Flame, Rocket Jump, Angelic Missile, and Counter. But I made 2 others with different abilities, because Palutena's customization options are already open, including the Mii fighters as well. But everyone else, not so much. Fire!
That might have hit Bowser Jr.
Yeah, it did. But it looks like Mega Man and Bowser Jr. are down to their last chance.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, Mega Man, can we save? Oh, he's good, okay. Okay,
Yep, Mega Man is out.
He couldn't save himself.
Indeed he couldn't. And now we come to Greninja, Palutena, and Bowser Jr. Now Palutena and Bowser Jr. have 1 life left, with Greninja holding 2. Will Greninja prevail, or will one of the other 2 pull out? Well, Bowser Jr.'s gone. Now it's down to Greninja and Palutena left.
Thanks to Palutena, now both of them have 1 life now.
But Palutena has 20% of damage, so Greninja's moving fast.
Greninja did a lot of ninja training in one episode, I remember.
Indeed.
I was already watching Pokemon on Prime Video.
Ooh, Palutena better watch. Well, this won't be good.
There's Greninja's final attack.
And there's the final result.
And our winner is Greninja from Pokemon X and Y.
That's right. The winner of this battle is Greninja from Pokemon X and Y, the final form of Froakie as a Water and Dark type. Here we have Mega Man in 4th, Bowser Jr. in 3rd, and Palutena as the last one. Therefore, we hope you enjoyed this video of our newest playlist. This one's going to be in order. 4 people as the original, 8 in a 4-team battle for specials. So therefore, we hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, we'll be doing 4 people as the regular Smackdown and an 8-player 4-team battle as the specials. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for this playlist, and we'll see you all next time.